Hi everyone, and welcome to the Haunted Connection Show. So we're here at the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre, or should I say the Paranormal Research Centre,
whatever,
which incorporates the Haunted Museum.
Whatever it's called today.
Yeah. Still can't quite get my head around that one. So big welcome to everyone.
When you get used to it, I'll change it back.
Yeah.
Because Julie says we ought to change it back.
Yeah, I'll just get used to it.
I always do what Julie says. Don't you look at me. If you hear any funny noises in the tea room, Julie's restocking her cabinet. So Julie is here behind the screen. Behind the camera. So what should we talk about tonight?
Well, we're going to talk about anything and everything, aren't we? It's good to be back. We've not been around for a couple of weeks because we've both been really quite busy, and there's been lots of stuff going on in the backgrounds. So, but we were both available tonight, so we thought we'd jump on and have a bit of a chat with everyone. So we're going to talk about anything and everything. So if you've got something that you want to discuss, or any ideas about anything, or any comments about anything in the paranormal, just put them all down below. We can see your comments.
So, shall I start it off then?
Go on then.
Shall we start off with about the GPM Parameter Awards? The fiasco that is the awards. As you know, I started the awards last week. Was it last week? Might have been the week before. I don't know. And I admit I made the mistake. I didn't limit it to one person, one vote. So, but I had a couple of people, one person and one team moaning about them being included in these awards.
Yeah.
What do you think? I've changed it now to when the awards go live, they will go live again. It will be one person, one vote.
Yeah.
What do you
say
reckon?
That, but it was it was sort of one person per email address, wasn't it? So it wasn't that one person could go on and just vote. It was one vote per email address. So if you've got a couple of email addresses, then you could possibly do votes for how many email addresses you've got, if you can be bothered to do all that. But it has been changed now. But for the backlash that we had, really, I do think it was a bit unnecessary, because it's these people's supporters and fans that have nominated them for these awards. It's not like we've deliberately gone out and said you're going to be in it whether you like it or not. That's not the case. It's they've been nominated by their own fans for these particular awards, haven't they?
Yeah. There were some people been nominated that I wouldn't nominate. But because they've been nominated, I'll put them in. Adam says, "Hey Neil, hey Jane, are you open on Saturday?" Yes, we will be open on Saturday, 11 till 4. It'll be good to see you, Adam, as always. So I think the criticism by two parties that I saw, there might be some more, I don't know. The most annoying thing to me was, one was a friend of ours. We've interviewed him. I'm not going to name him because he's not worth. We've interviewed him a few times over the years, and instead of private messaging me saying, "Hey Neil, thanks for nomination, but I really rather not be in it," and I said, "Yeah, fair enough, I'll take you off." But he put a post on, and then we were sort of attacked.
This is the whole thing about Facebook and social media. If you've got a problem with something, then go back to the source, or go back to the people and speak to them first, rather than plastering it all over social media, where it's going to have a negative and detrimental effect. Because there is always two sides to the story, and people will only hear what they want to hear. And this is part of the problem in the paranormal, where people just don't necessarily talk to each other in a civil manner to try and resolve issues. They have to slate it, it has to be slated all over flipping Facebook. And, at the end of the day, the awards are just a light-hearted community thing to just pull people together and just have a good night.
A bit of fun.
And it's just an annual event that we thought would fit well in the paranormal community, and everyone would just have a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun. There's no need for the negative and the derogatory comments and statuses and posts and everything that's been going on.
Yeah, no need for it.
No need.
But that's that done. So the GPM Parameter Awards will be going live again, possibly the weekend. It will be changed slightly. I've not told Jane this. I'm actually going to take the YouTube bit off. I'm not going to have a YouTube award on it because I think YouTube really sucks. There. Adam said he's coming down Saturday. Michelle says, bless you both, there was no need for it. No, there wasn't, but hey, never mind. So that's it. So we will do the awards again. We've got plenty of time. The ceremony isn't till June, so we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
But you will only be allowed to vote once, which is
for each category.
Yeah, for each category, which is what I thought I did anyway, but I'm old.
Yeah, surely everybody's allowed a little bit of slack. This is the first time we've done these awards, and we really are trying our best to get it right first time. But, it's only through feedback and listening to other people that we are going to get it to the best it can, the best we can. But if you've got feedback, let's be constructive and let's do it in a positive way rather than just being, having lots of derogatory and backstabbing comments just all over Facebook.
Still a big problem, isn't it? Facebook and paranormal.
I think society would be so much better off if we didn't have Facebook, but there you go, technology and all that stuff.
Yeah. So Sunday night we did another Demon Connections episode.
We did the Evil trilogy.
Yeah. So we actually Jane invited Beelzebub, Astaroth, and Lucifer himself into the sounds room Sunday night.
Yes.
And did you think all three of those?
There was definitely three different energies, and there was nothing evil or or demonic or anything like that. Was there?
No.
It was there was a nice there was a nice sort of warm atmosphere in there, and it was a good session.
Well, before we started filming, we were all cracking up, weren't we? Yeah. I just couldn't stop laughing. I think you did the introduction about 6 or 7 times.
I did,
and I just kept laughing. Then you were laughing.
We were all laughing,
and you think that was Lucifer making us laugh?
Yeah, because it was that energy. Because we could tell the two different energies apart. Because Astaroth has sort of a warm, sort of friendly atmosphere, and Beelzebub has that sort of uncomfortable, sort of awkward atmosphere. And then there was this sort of humor, this sort of frivolous sort of humor that was there, that was sort of making us all laugh. And yeah, I believe that was sort of Lucifer introducing himself.
Cool. So were you scared at any time during that night? We got Lucifer himself in the sounds room. No, the most evil thing.
He was supposed to be Satan, wasn't he? After he fell to earth from being a fallen angel, he was Lucifer before when he was an angel, and then after he became a fallen angel, he was supposed to be then Satan. And it didn't. I wasn't scared, or I didn't feel threatened, or I didn't feel any evil or anything demonic around. So I thought it was all right.
Yeah, and we. Vicky says you are super lucky to have fabulous meat on Saturday. No comment, eh?
Oh, it's all right. I've just read it. I can't really see it very well, but I can see it from here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see you, Vicky. You've not been for a while, so it would be nice.
It'd be lovely to have a catch up.
Joe says, hi, guys. You're both legends.
Oh,
thank you. So much respect for you.
Legends?
No, Legends.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, I will get that footage done as soon as I can. But I'm having a bit of a change round at home. I'm moving my office
Oh dear, poor Julie.
because Julie and I, because my office, my computers were in the lounge, and it's not really convenient, is it? So we've cleared one of the spare bedrooms, and my office is going into the bedroom.
Well, that'd be good.
So I'm in the process of moving the computers, but I've got to get internet upstairs yet.
I deal with having my computer not in the front room because it's too distracting. I've got an article to write for Haunted Magazine before the end of the month.
Yeah, better get cracking. Adam says we'll be bringing the cat balls. Yeah, nothing wrong with the cat balls. Vicky says poor Julie. No, we worked really hard yesterday, didn't we, Julie? Yeah. She won't speak because she's a bit shy. So yeah. Hi, Emily. So that's exciting.
Hi,
so
Emily.
then the content has been a bit slow for the last couple of weeks because I've been sorting things out, and I've had the issue with the awards. I've had my mum poorly, so we've had a bit of a hectic couple of weeks, and now I've got to sort the office out.
It's like we're in a bit of a retrograde, really, isn't it?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Because none of us seem to be. All of us seem to be sort of having. We just seem to have got loads of stuff all piling up, and we just need to try and get out of it. So we've got a bit of a clear run at the things we want to do.
Yeah. Did we say this last year, Jane? That we'll start things afresh in the new year?
Yeah.
I think we did. We say it every year. But we will. Can you believe the centre's been open 6 years in February?
Sometimes it seems so much longer.
6 years. Been some changes.
Yeah, but it's been a phenomenal ride, though, hasn't it? It's been a brilliant journey, really.
So let's talk about GPN. And like I said, the content's been a bit slow. I've got lots to put on there, but I will get it on over Christmas because I don't really like Christmas. In fact, I hate it.
No.
The only good thing about Christmas is we have days off. But Joe says, loving the family details. Hope you're both safe and well. The family details. I'm talking about Julie. She's busy filling the cabinets up because she wants to sell lots of stuff this weekend and next weekend.
Yeah, me too. I've got to bring my stuff up.
So we are very, very busy. So I'm sorry about the content not going on. It will be going on. I'm just going to drill a hole through the house, the wall, to get the internet. I think Julie's a bit concerned about that one. Me and the drills don't go well together. Shake your head, missus. She's laughing. I'm going to turn the camera off on her. She won't laugh there. I'm joking.
You're going to end up with a mug flying across the room in a minute.
Yeah, it's good timing, actually, Julie, to fill your cabinets because Vicky's coming on Saturday. And she just says, oh, God, I better bring the pennies. And thumbs up from Julie there, Vicky. Lots of good stuff in there. We've also got our brand new REM pod that you'd like to see. Shall we show people?
Yeah.
This is our brand new REM pod.
Oh, it's got a purple top.
It's got a purple top.
Matches me jumper.
Because basically our colour is purple. The reason it's purple is just because it's Jane's favourite colour. And Jane says, one evening when we were talking about things, Jane says, I want the colour to be purple. I'm putting my foot down. No, she didn't really, but Vicky says, how much is that going to cost you? That will cost £110. But it is super duper. And there's an extension to it. You can have the extension. I've not got it with me, but there's an extension from the aerial to a trigger object. So, for example, if you've got a surgeon saw that's metal, if you got an item that's metal, you can connect the trigger object to the REM pod. So if the spirit goes to his saw, it'll set the REM pod off.
It's a brilliant bit of kit.
And even if you wrap it around a teddy, for example, like we did, spirit goes to the teddy, plays with it, goes near the extension, it'll set the REM pod off. So it is very,
There's
very
nothing else
good.
quite like it out there, is there?
It is very good. It plays different tunes. Adam says, does it have temperature on it too, Neil? Looks fab. It doesn't have the temperature, but we are developing a super duper bit of kit, which will have about 4 different things to it. Joe says, can't beat the purple top.
Ooh.
Michelle says, look purple. Barry says, make mine a pink one. If you order one, Barry, you can have a pink one. That's fine. We can change the colour. We're just sipping. So, what should we talk about? Does anybody have any questions? Please fire away, and we can try and answer it. So, GPN is continuing to grow, which is nice.
Yeah. Because now you can watch it on any device, can't you?
You can watch it on these things: mobile phones, computers, Roku TV, anything. So, which is really good. So, because on Roku limited, because Roku didn't go to Australia and New Zealand, but now our supporters in Aussie land down under can watch us as well, which is nice.
Yeah.
So it's grown nicely.
Didn't you put up a post about a loyalty scheme?
I did.
One of your new ideas is a loyalty scheme.
Yes, we are going to do, from January the 1st, we are going to do a loyalty scheme at the centre. So, if I can remember the details is because the centre is always different, we come up most weeks. We don't know who's going to be here, do we?
No.
Now, if you go other locations, for example, 30s Drive, you probably come across the Black Monk or Fred. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're famous for. But this place, you just don't know. So we're going to try and encourage people to keep coming back because they're always going to have something different. So if you come on one of our Ghost Hunt Experience nights, which are only 20 quid per person, you come twice, and then I'm going to have some sheets printed off, and you'll have a stamp on it. So if you come twice, you get the third one free.
That's a bargain.
It's a bargain. If you are a paranormal team and you book the centre twice, you can book the centre a third time for half price. So bargain. Investigate the centre for 100 quid. Can't get better than that, can you? Can't. Barry says playtime. No comment. Don't know what you mean, Barry. Joe says, have you any plans to expand the centre? I've got plans to alter the doll room, but we can't really make it bigger because we've got the whole building anyway. I've got ideas how to change the doll room because the doll room's not changed a lot in 6 years. But we're hoping next year is going to be a really good year for us anyway. And if everything turns out, we're going to do something special with the doll room. Michelle said, love it. Joe says, proper bargain. Yeah. We think so. And we know it's a cost of living crisis. We know people don't have a lot of free money to splash out on ghost hunts, so we're trying to keep it as low as we can. So we want, I'd sooner sell 10 tickets at 20 quid than 2 tickets at 40 quid.
Yeah.
So that's what we want. Adam says, do the toys still move on their own? Yes, they do. Yes. Actually, Friday night, I think it was, Paul was thrown off the rocking chair again. And the other weekend, a little sailor doll that I've never seen before.
All right.
in the doll room got thrown from one side of the room to the other.
Yeah. You
I
never
ca-
know what you're going to get.
I
do
can't
you?
remember actually seeing that sailor doll before. It's only about 6 inches big. It's only about that big. Can you remember?
I do vaguely remember
Yeah,
him.
I can remember it.
I think he come in a bundle of stuff, didn't
Did
he?
he?
I think somebody sent us a bundle of stuff, and I think he was in that.
So that's the loyalty scheme. It'll start on January the 1st because I've got to get the sticker, the stamper, and the sheets. So that's good. GPN will always remain free to watch. It's not going to go onto Patreon or any. We're not going to do a Patreon or anything like that. It'll always stay free. Adam says, "Oh, hopefully it happens Saturday." Quite possibly, Adam. It can happen any time of day.
Yeah, we've had a lot of. There's been a lot of activity recently. There's been lots of doors opening, isn't there?
Yeah.
We had recently had the metal helmets in the war room. They've been thrown off the top of the cabinets, haven't they?
Yes. Yes.
There's been just so much stuff. Cabinets opening on their own. There's been a lot of stuff lately.
Two people saw a full-bodied apparition together.
Yeah.
One was Paul Stevenson. I believe if Paul says it happened, it happened.
Yeah, well, there was two of them at the top of the stairs, weren't they? So
Savannah saw it as well, and I trust Savannah. Joe says, what you guys do is amazing and so special. I've not had the privilege to visit yet, but will very soon. Thank you very much.
Come along in the new year.
You won't be disappointed. Okay, with all the footage that we've captured over the years, we are planning to do a new series on GPN about haunted antiques, and it's going to be like a bit like paranormal capture. You know, we play the clips, and then we're going to have a panel. And we were due to film last Wednesday, but we just sat talking.
By the time we'd had a cup of tea and a chat, it was like most of the night had gone.
because the panel is going to be Paul Stevenson, Andy Saw from the Haunted Magazine, and Jane. And I got the cameras set up. I got the clips ready on the laptop.
We were all ready to go, weren't we?
We were ready to go. But once Paul and Andy go, we just sit talking. And before you know it, it's 11 o'clock.
But Andy bought cake as well, didn't he?
Jane, Julie don't know that about that cake on Wednesdays.
Didn't say me any.
Did you eat your mince pies from?
Oh yes, they were delicious. Thanks. I'll have to message her.
So that is going to start in the new year now because Christmas in it, and it is going to slow down. Okay then, where did they see the apparition? The apparition was in the door from the stairs to the war room.
Yeah, the front stairs, as we call them.
Yeah,
not the small back stairs.
No. There's a gentleman seen there quite a lot, isn't it? You know, you think Jane knows who is it. Adam says hello, Julie.
Oh, I do.
Julie says hello, Adam. So that was fascinating. Paul keeps getting thrown off the rocking chair, as always. We try and debunk Paul because he happens a lot. So I think sometimes it probably is people moving about, but sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, even when people are not moving, it comes off, doesn't it?
Yeah, so there is going to be another new category on GPN. It's just about all the videos that teams have been to the centres. They're all going to be grouped together because GPN is run by Haunted Antiques, so it's only.
See, we've captured over these last 6 years. We have captured so much here, along with other teams that have been here. There's so much footage of things that have happened, and there's also so many photographs and everything like that people have captured as well. And I don't know of any other paranormal venue that has produced so much evidence, if you like. There's so many video clips, so many pictures, and it's pretty constant. And so we've not captured all that personally. It's been other people who have visited here, and they've captured some amazing stuff, haven't they?
Yeah. And it says intend on paying you a visit end of February, early March next year. That would be good. It'd be nice to meet you, Annette, because
Annette's been following us a long time, hasn't she?
Yeah.
it'd be
We
nice to
talk
meet
on
you.
here for years, haven't we? Joe says you're such a lovely couple. Julie looked up at that one.
We're
not a
Neil and
couple.
Jane.
Jane, we're not.
No,
We're just a
we're
working
not a lovely
couple. Jane and I
We're
are a
not a
working couple. Julie is my wife. She's up there, stuck in the cabinets. If that's what you meant. Michelle.
Jane.
Pardon?
Shut up, yo.
You can have him back.
Michelle says, Michelle says, can people send their clips to what they've caught from your place, like the doll with no eyes that we got? Sounds good. Yes, of course you can. I do have the clip. If you want to send it me as a proper clip, that would be even better, Michelle. Yeah, send me any clips that you want. Jo says, she said, laugh out loud. She says, I know. We're just a bit crazy. That's all it is. And this is me behaving because Julie's here. So and we've got, again, we say this every year, we've still got lots of plans for different things that we want to do, don't we? That we've just not got around to. We've been saying it 5 years.
Sometimes life gets in the way, doesn't it? we do have personal lives outside of here, and at the minute everything's just upside down for both of us, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just quite a busy time. And with Christmas thrown in on top, it's all just been a bit.
But I'm a bit bar humbug with Christmas.
Yeah.
We're actually going out Christmas Day dinner. First time. Yeah.
Where are you going?
First time ever.
Where are you going?
To the Milestone.
Oh, very nice.
With my mum, but my mum's paying. That's why we're going.
Oh.
So yeah, we're not there for no kids. Ben was quite upset when we told him, wasn't he? So not even got that stress. But next year we're going to get lots more coming. What else do you want to say, Jane?
Well, we've got the 3 parameets coming up, haven't we? And the first one being in April.
Yeah.
Parameet South.
Yeah. Please keep spreading the word about Parameet because we want them to be all 3 to be a success. Obviously, Parameet South is in April.
Yeah, that's not that far away, really.
It'll soon come, so get your tickets. We've got some fantastic speakers. Jane is actually doing a talk at all 3 next year. Excuse me. So that'll be interesting. So we're looking forward to all them.
We've got a great lineup of speakers as well, haven't we?
Yeah, don't ask me who they are.
And they're all slightly different for each parameet.
Yeah.
So we've got some slightly different speakers for the South and the Midlands. We've got the main core of speakers, people that are doing all 3, but then there are slight changes to each venue.
The ones that are doing all 3, they're the ones that we just can't get rid of, isn't it? Just joking if you're watching, by the way.
No, but we are really grateful for these people giving up their time and coming along and sharing all their knowledge, all their experiences, and doing some brilliant talks for us. So we really do appreciate that. And of course, we want to bring all that to everybody else as well. We want to share all that with you lot. So get your tickets for the Parameet and come along and see us.
Yeah, and if you're part of a team, bring your team.
Yes,
meet new friends. Because seriously, people have said this every year. I'd like to come, but I've got no one to come with. This is no exaggeration. If the other 2 Parameets got anything to go by, within 5 minutes, you'll be talking to people and you'll feel like you've known them for years.
Yeah.
That is no exaggeration, is it? It's so friendly.
And that's what it's all about. That's why we started it in the first place, sort of nearly 6 years ago. You know, we started it here at the centre last Saturday of every month, where we wanted people to come along in the paranormal and just come along and share their experiences, share information about the gear, the equipment and locations and stuff like that. And it's been really successful. There's been so many friends made, hasn't there, over that time?
Just look at Amy and Barry.
Yeah. Amy was one of the first teams that came through the door, weren't she?
She came at the very first parameet Amy did, and this is no exaggeration. We just can't get rid of her. She keeps coming every weekend. Just joking, Ames.
Oh,
It's
they
always
love her
nice
to
having
bits.
you.
I love our potty mouth.
Joe says, well jealous for Christmas Day, Neil. Yeah, I'm really excited about Christmas Day, and it's not costing me anything. Even better.
Cool.
And it says her friend wants to come and Vicky says, I'm not a speaker, but I get the best job at parameets, and yes, you can't get rid of me.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to.
What?
I wouldn't want to.
No, okay.
One of my highlights of parameet the last parameet we did was sitting actually having breakfast with Vicky. It was great to get up in the morning, come down into the breakfast room, and see people having breakfast. And I sat with Vicky and some of her gang. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it is. It's you will make friends. This is no doubt about it. The original concept for parameet is for small teams to meet other small teams, make friendships, so they can afford bigger locations, and that's. Is my internet playing up? I think we've gone. Oh yeah, we're back.
Ooh.
Vicky says, "Love you too, Jane."
Oh.
Adam says, EastEnders for me at Xmas Day. Been waiting since Feb to see who's going to be bumped off after the flash forward in February. I have never ever watched EastEnders. I don't watch any soaps. I don't watch.
I watched EastEnders when it very first started, and I quite enjoyed it. But then it seemed to all go off the rails, and all you hear now is like wailing and shouting and screaming and crying and slamming doors and everything else like that. And I just couldn't watch it anymore because you get enough of that in normal life without watching it on.
I think the soaps shouldn't reflect normal life. They should the soaps. Don't pick on me, you. Do you want sacking? I think the soaps should be an escape from normal life, because life's not easy, is it?
No, but no, I don't watch any soaps. I don't watch any horror films. I don't watch any sort of rubbish, really. I don't even watch the news. I don't watch anything that's sort of fictional.
No. Joe says this is a community. Thank you, Joe. Adam says, you know me, Neil. I watch them all. Yeah.
Oh.
And if you want to watch them. It's not for me to say don't watch them.
If it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
If it makes you whatever you want to do, as long as it's legal and makes you happy, and it's not hurting anyone else, do it. Same as investigating.
Yeah, I agree.
If you want to use dowsing rods, use them.
If you want to play with your cat balls, you play with your cat balls.
Whatever. If you want to use mobile phone apps, use them. If you want to use Ouija boards, use them. If you're happy using them, go for it.
Yeah.
I use what I use. To be honest, we don't use a lot of equipment, do we?
No. But when the ego starts taking over, and you stop enjoying it, and it becomes more, you putting more of your ego into it rather than your genuine passion to communicate with spirit. That's then when you start to go down the slippery path of spirit just starting to stop. They'll just stop working with you. They won't come forward and communicate. And
we've experienced that with somebody that we used to work with.
Yeah, so many times I've seen it where, even with mediums, where the ego has sort of outgrown their genuine passion for communicating with spirit, and spirit just stop working with them. They don't communicate with them anymore. They just stop. And you can't blame them, really, because what's the point in wasting your energy if it's for a futile cause?
Annette said, Joe says soaps. Even Joe's picking on me now. Annette says, last episode I watched was when Dirty Den went in the canal. Turn TV off. I've not watched it for years. I don't know anything about it, to be honest. Cliff says, we got a new laundrette open near. It's called Dot Cotton. I imagine that must be a character, is it?
Dot's been gone a long time, hasn't she?
Adam says, Defo, I have about a dozen balls at home, laugh out loud. Annette says, I agree. No, agreed. Never let anyone tell you what you can and cannot use.
Exactly.
And as for people saying they've proven something doesn't work, heck, it's not proven there is such a thing as a ghost.
No.
So how can you prove?
But if you're not going to believe in any of this stuff, you'll never find if you don't believe in it, you'll never get that true connection and those true experiences, because you just not open-minded enough to receive whatever they're sending you. Ego again, isn't it? It's when they say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that, and if you do that, it's rubbish. Well, even if they're not present, that's another thing that bugs me when people say, oh no, that's not real, that didn't happen, and they weren't even there.
Exactly. Joe says sorry. That's okay. I'll let you off because it's you, Joe. So I do hate it. I actually love personal experiences anyway. If somebody comes to me and say, like Paul and Savannah did, they come down and said, can we check the cameras about this full-bodied apparition? And interestingly, though, we saw them on the cameras, we saw them come in, but then the camera went black. At the split second, this full-body apparition was going to be seen in the door. It went black, so we couldn't see anything, which was interesting in itself.
Yeah.
If someone says to me they've seen a full-body apparition, it's fine. I believe you. I weren't there, so how can I say you didn't see it? I just find it hard to believe. So, anything you want to say, Jane?
I'm just enjoying the chat.
Yeah. I'm enjoying all the nice comments. So
yeah, I just think if you've got a passion to investigate in the paranormal, regardless of what it is, whether it's going sitting in the woods to talk to the fairies, whether it's chasing ghosts, whether it's working with demons or whatever it is, if that's where you feel happiest and that's what you want to do, then just follow it and just do it and just don't worry about what anybody else says, because at the end of the day, it's just you and your journey, and just enjoy it.
Rich, this is a bit of an essay for us, Rich. Rich says there is no place for ego in this industry. It's not something anyone of any sort can work with. I've seen many teams split up because of the E word. One thing I can't abide, though, is bullies in the industry. If I see a thread or statement online aimed at an individual, I generally defend that person. There is no need for it. Nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
That's right.
That's how I was brought up. My dad always said, if you don't say anything nice, don't say anything. That's how we work. I've never. I know Rich defended us a lot on that thread. Cliff says we as a team have had Bluetooth speakers send us messages, which some find very hard to believe. We just carry on. Whatever. If you like to work with something, just carry on. The whole idea of this, I don't think we're ever going to prove it, are we? Are we ever going to prove to everybody that until you die?
No, the spiritual side of it, yeah, I get, yeah, until we actually go. But you see, I think there's so much more evidence. I think there's so much evidence out there that shows us, photographs and videos and everything else like that, where they've not been faked or changed or adjusted in any way. There's so much genuine, real content out there that I find it's difficult to believe. I find it difficult to. I can't just dismiss the fact that because it's not been proven that people say it doesn't exist, because we know from our own experiences.
But I just think if you enjoy ghost hunting or paranormal investigation, whatever you want to call it, The whole idea is to enjoy it.
See, it's things like same as aliens. If you believe in aliens, tell us what you think about that, because we're that far away from the there's so many confessions and stuff like that been made with the Americans, and we're that far away from them just saying yes, aliens are real and they've been to this planet. And there's so much historical evidence, pictures and cave paintings and stuff like that, that's just you just can't question it, because it I don't think those people made it up at the time when they were doing the carvings and the cave paintings.
Okay, Joe says, go Rich. Rich says, there is no right or wrong in the paranormal. It is and always has been 100% experiments. Yeah, it is. And we as ghost hunters or paranormal investigators, whatever you want to be called, you've got to enjoy it. Otherwise, what's the point in doing it?
Yeah, you've got to have that passion to do it.
I enjoy using my dowsing rods. I believe they work. Jane has backed up. We've used them a lot when it's just been you and me, haven't we? And you've backed up what they're doing to what they're saying to me on the dowsing rods. So no one can tell me that I'm faking those dowsing rods, because I ain't. Joe says, you will eventually, Neil. Don't lose a face. Oh, I'll never. I do believe there's life after death. I would love to be sitting in a chair with a full-bodied apparition, having a chat. And if it's David Bowie, even better. I know I'm asking a lot, but hey, David, if you're listening to me, come and have a chat, please. Annette says, for me, it's a personal journey. I'm not interested in proving to anyone. I know I pick things up and I like to go around and see what else I can hear and find. Perfectly right. Yeah, it's your journey. This is my journey. Jane's on a journey. It's fortunate that people are interested in our journey. So, and Andy says every team has their own method of working. There is no real wrong or right way. That's true, Andy. Adam says, speaking of aliens, I've got X-Files to watch in a bit. X-Files, mate.
Yeah, I still keep going. Every now and again, I go back and watch them all over again. I've
got the box set. I did start to watch them a few months ago. I'll never get bored of the X-Files. Cliff says, humans send electronic pulses, thoughts from their brains that others receive. Spirit now know how to connect using the same method. Joe says, yeah. So it's your journey and enjoy it. The main thing is to enjoy it.
Yeah.
If you experience something, Adam says, can't beat a bit of Mulder and Scully. Well, I'll agree with the Scully bit, but I've got to be careful because Judy's here. Behave, Neil. So yeah, it's your journey and enjoy it.
Well, if Scully can be convinced there's paranormal, then a lot of people should be able to be.
That's right. So yeah, any more comments, please? What else do you want to say, Jane?
How you throw it over to
me
because
I don't know what to say. So I've been doing it for 5 years now. You should be used to it now. No, I'll read Rich's comment then. Love using my dowsing rods, a very underused piece of equipment. I had a very exciting session with the rods down the far end of the Hellfire Caves near the underground river.
Yeah.
I do like my dowsing rods.
Yeah, we've had some really good results with them. And the dowsing rods are just so easy for spirit to manipulate. They can give some really good answers without too much effort.
But to prove these, not to prove, to show these skeptics of dowsing rods that dowsing rods can be manipulated by spirit, I do have a dowsing rod board.
Yeah.
That I made many, many years ago. So I'm going to adapt that to my new dowsing rods. So with the board, you cannot move, you cannot alter the balance of the rods at all. I'm going to get that done this week. We can use that.
Yeah, we'll have a go.
So,
But one of the things I think is nice about the Paramute when we first started was people would discuss, wouldn't they? They'd talk about different techniques and different ways of investigating, and there was no ego there at all, and people would be sharing information. And I think that's that's really good when people do that, because you might come across something, or somebody might tell you about something that you never even thought of trying, and you could try it, and it would just give you really, really good results.
Joe says, Neil, what are your thoughts on our what, Joe? No, we'll really read that out when the rest of it comes through. But same as, when we did that Haunted or Not episode with Charlie, with me and the Dowser Rods. All right. Neil, what Joe says, Neil, what are your thoughts on Ouija boards? I never used to believe in Ouija boards, but when I spoke to Karen Dolman many years ago, remember that?
Yeah.
She sort of changed my opinion on them, and I think they do work. I think, unfortunately, they are very easy to manipulate. But I do believe Ouija boards work. I don't believe they're the gateway to hell,
No.
like some people say. They're just a bit of cardboard, normally with letters and numbers on. So we use Ouija boards. So I do think they work. I know some people say they've proven that they don't work. Again, you have to use Ouija boards with people you trust as well.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And it's all down to your intent on a Ouija board.
Yeah. And you've not got to listen to any of the hype or any of the superstitions that go along with it. It doesn't matter if you don't close them down or if you don't open them up properly, or, none of that matters. They're just a tool for divination. We've had boards here that we've never opened or closed, and, you don't have to, you're not going to open the gates of hell by not doing all the things that you should have done. And who made up those rules in the first place? That's one thing we sort of, when people are saying you should shut it down properly and you should do this, that, and the other. I mean, who made up those rules? We don't know. It just gets passed on and passed on and passed on. And people just believe so much stuff that they're told, and then that becomes the truth. And it's just not, it's not necessarily true.
Yeah. Rich says, hate the word proven. Laugh out loud. So do I. Joe says, sorry to put you on the spot. No, that's fine. If you ask me a question, I will answer it honestly. I remember during the first lockdown, and we couldn't come to the centre, Julie and I did Ouija board live feeds from home, didn't we, Julie?
Yes, we did.
And people were saying, you're stupid doing that, Neil. But the first week, I think we did 3. The first one, we only invited family members. And that's who came. And Julie's nan came. And she told us things that I didn't know. And it was quite emotional for you, wasn't it, Julie?
Yeah, I was crying.
And then the second one, we only invited
good spirits, wasn't it? Spirits with good intentions.
Yeah, or something like that. And we had no problems in the house. But no, don't apologise for putting me on the spot. If you ask me a question, I'll answer it honestly and in my opinion. And it says they're no different to any other tool. Gates of hell, that's what she said. No, then in our opinion, they're not. They're just a bit of cardboard.
Who said gates of hell?
That's what I think. That's what she said. Mark says exactly right. Fear based around unfounded superstition and myth. Yes. Up until 1973, the Ouija board was a parlour game. The Exorcist film changed all that. Vicky says, I love my boards. I have had so many guests actually give them a go because they look so inviting. I know guests that won't go on them because they have one word printed on it. Ouija. Yeah, you get you get angel boards, and apparently angel boards are okay, but Ouija boards aren't. But it's exactly the same.
They're just a divination tool.
Yeah. Ian says, I think the trouble is there's lots of fakers. That's why I do it for myself, not bother about anyone else. That's right, Ian. There are, if you watch YouTube a lot, I did used to watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch it now. I don't watch paranormal shows on YouTube because there's so many fakers. When it's the clickbait that gets me, it's the scariest. Not we ran for our lives, or a demon attacked us, or what a load of garbage. I know YouTubers have to put the clickbait on to get viewers, but I hate it. It does my head in. Have you? It's not very often you go to a haunted location and the ghosts scare you. The building might scare you. The atmosphere might scare you. Andy said, let's face it, the old ways sometimes get the best results. Yeah. Joe says, is it rumour? Yeah. So Ouija boards, I've got no problems with Ouija boards. Not at all. If you're on a Ouija board with some friends or teammates who you know are genuine, that's fine. We did a Ouija board once, and a soldier came through, and he says it was his pocket watch in the cabinet. It wasn't my pocket watch. It was when we were selling antiques for Sims. And he says he wants it to stay here. So everyone on the board clubbed it, put some money in together to buy it. So the pocket watch stayed at the centre.
Yeah.
And I'd never even pick the watch up, and this soldier was telling you all about what's written on the back of it and the inscription and everything. We didn't know that. Okay, Annette said, only trouble with most boards is they are all letters, and a lot of spirits could only read from specific times in the past. Okay. Rich says, the Ouija board has given me my most astonishing evidence ever. A group of people I know, but not in depth, that did a session, and my mum came through and said things nobody else could dream about knowing. And to this day, I'm emotional about it. That's right. And how random it was at Calvin Hatch. The Ouija boards, I know when we did at home, Julie was in tears what her nan was saying, and I think she said things about a case that Julie had that Julie didn't know what was in it. Is that right, Julie?
That's what was in my wardrobe.
Yeah. And she spelled out.
I was thinking of the case that she used to come when she used to visit.
Yeah.
But she spelled letters out and letters.
Yeah,
that she
and
wrote to me.
there were letters in the case. Mark says, I have to laugh at the teams that have only just started a live feed. The title is "We Captured a Ghost," and you won't believe what we captured. Yeah, it's some of these teams. I know there's a lot of good teams on YouTube. I accept that. But these good teams are coming over to GPN, of course. But some of these teams capture more evidence in 5 minutes than some teams do in 10 years. And you've got to think, well, why are they getting so much evidence all the time?
Yeah.
You just...
Is it real?
It just doesn't happen, does it? That's the difference with GPN. If a team wants to put footage, content on GPN that they caught absolutely nothing, that's fine. Please do it. Just tell me and I'll put it on, because that's what paranormal investigation is. You can go to the most haunted building in the country, in the world, and get nothing.
Yeah.
So... Rich says, Mark, that's clickbait central, but every video needs a caption. Joe says, my dad died 6 years ago. I've been looking for him on YouTube. Yeah, it's YouTube. It does me head in. Jackie says, I've never been scared of spirit and ghost hunts, but put me in a scare maze and I poop myself. I went to the Ram Inn and a message came through on the board from my brother. No one knew about him. I get the odd message from Spirit. Never get them on demand. Can you get messages from Spirit on demand though?
No.
No.
They will only come through and give you that message that you need at that particular time. And, when I was doing platform mediumship, in the spiritualist church and stuff, and somebody had come through for people and they would be disappointed because it wasn't who they expected it would be, and it's not the message that they expected.
Yeah.
But, Spirit will only give you that message that you need at that particular time, and it may or not always come from the person who you expect. So it's it's the spirit world works in many wonderful ways,
mysterious ways. Cliff says, what are your thoughts on time slips and time dimensions?
Let's do the time walk.
I don't think that's what it means. What are your thoughts on time slips and time dimensions, Jane? Because you must have read a book on it.
Well, I still go back to me going into the mirror.
Yeah.
And when I went into the mirror, there was, I ended up in this big space and it looked like there was lots of stars. And I do believe that they were all different doorways that I could get out. And if I went out into one of those doorways, could I have possibly gone back in time or forward in time?
Yeah.
But I never really had enough time to actually explore that theory.
No.
But I do intend to go back and have another go at that.
Yeah, but you want to take me with you, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to scare me because it's dark.
So, I have lots of different opinions on these things. And, there's a lot of cultures that don't believe in the past or the future. They only believe in the present, because when they only think about what's happening right now.
I believe in time slips, and I do believe, I agree with Jane. In the mirror, the mirror in the attic is very special. I don't know any other mirror like it personally.
No. We've come across mirrors that are portals, but
but not like that
where
one.
there's sort of like a tunnel through into what I call the netherworld.
So if you've never seen the episode that Jane astral projected into the mirror, you need to watch it because it's interesting. I was concerned when we filmed it that I'm just going to film Jane sitting there, but it was fascinating, and people were really concerned about you. They kept putting, it was a live feed that we did, and they kept putting comments. Is Jane okay? What happens is what's going to happen if she doesn't come back? We've talked about this many times.
Yeah.
Jane will always come back if she gets overshadowed or anything.
Yeah, just
leave her.
Yeah, you just leave me alone. You don't try and pull me back. You don't try and do anything else to bring me out of it or whatever. You just leave me, and I'll just come back in my own time when I'm ready.
So Ian says, I went to the Skirrid Inn, 200 miles overnight stay, got nothing. That's how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
that's part of the part of the paranormal that a lot of people don't see, because they perhaps see the footage, or they see you're doing your investigating bit, but there's a lot where nothing happens and you're sitting in damp cellars or dusty attics, and you're doing all that sort of thing, and there's quite a lot of times when you just get absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah.
We've been tramping around the flipping woods late at night in the pouring rain and just got absolutely nothing, and going around flipping old houses and stuff.
30 East Drive twice and got nothing.
Yeah.
Michelle says, just do it, Neil. Jane will look after you. Yeah. One day. Vicky says the mirror is a thief. Yes, Vicky's lost 2K. I think it's 2K2s into the mirror now. Annette says, I have pictures of my mirrors with a dog in it I've never owned. Interesting. I've pictures of mirrors are fascinating, isn't they?
I think so.
But our mirror in the attic is very special. I don't think you could put a price on it now.
No.
It's priceless to us. But anyway, it's 9 o'clock.
Wow, it's gone quick.
So if anyone's got any final comments, because we're in no rush, because Julie's still working away like a good girl she is. Cliff says, thanks for your reply. That's okay. Like I say, some people disagree with us, but that's our opinion. That's Jane's opinion. There's so much. There is so much more that we want to do as well, isn't there?
Yeah, and I think as well, with going back in time and things like that, I think sometimes your past lives, when you recover a past life, you know, you can sort of, just for a small amount of time while you live in that life, just go back and just experience it again if you can pull them memories forward. So, but I think it's all interlinked anyway, you know, past lives and time travel and all that sort of stuff. It's just a fascinating subject for me.
Okay, we'll answer one more question. Gary says, so what are your thoughts on Bigfoot? What are your thoughts on? I know what
Bigfoot.
my thoughts are.
Well, I've seen sort of lots of different things, and I've read lots of different things, and I've seen lots of different things, and from what I can gather, Bigfoot is the direct sort of descendant of the Neanderthals. Some of the Neanderthals that, because we aren't really related to the Neanderthals, so it's sort of like a descendant from them. But the thing that really upsets me about Bigfoot is mainly found in America, and the Americans are so trigger happy. All they want to do is chase him, and then probably kill him once they find him. Yeah, that's what I just hope he's never found, and I hope he just stays safe in his little hidey hole wherever he's hiding, away from people, because all they want to do is chase him and kill him. And I think that's just so sad.
Yeah. Rich is going to get up at 3 a.m. Rich, blimey. And Jo says she's up at 6. I might be up by 10. 11. So Cannock Chase is not too far from us. So next year, a new series coming on GPN is we are going to do an extensive research into Cannock Chase. We are going to go there. I don't know if Jane will stay all night, but we'll see.
I might have to if it's that far away.
It's about an hour away from us.
Yeah. I don't want to have to drive all the way and drive back again in a minute.
So we are going to go after.
You lot have all the fun.
We are going to do an extensive research into Cannock Chase. I've decided. I'm looking forward to that because it's supposed to be UFOs and ghosts.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some woodland vigils, aren't we?
The pumas, the big cats, and Bigfoot supposed to be there. And...
Are you camping, Julie?
I'm not very good in tents.
No, there was a yes/no question, Julie.
I think that was
Maybe.
Maybe means no. Vicky says, and it says, I'm off to Cannock in April. Vicky says, can I come and play at Cannock? We're not just going to do it one night, though. We're going to go in the daytime as well. We're going to go different areas throughout the year. Only when it's nice weather there, because I don't like it when it's too cold. So anyway, we're going to go now. And we will see you all very soon. We'll see you Saturday, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all your comments. And it's been great having a chat with you all again. So we'll see you all soon. So take care and bye for now.